Hi there, Prayer Plant Girl here. Today I went through my succulent pots and I decided that it was time to take out some of the plants that I had growing through leaf cuttings. They had grown their little baby plants off the leaves and they were ready to be repotted and into something a little nicer. And some of the pots that you may have seen me plant up must have been in the fall were looking a little overgrown and some of the smaller plants were starting to get shaded out, so I took those apart as well and I just moved things around, rearranged things a little bit, and I thought I'd give you a look at what I had done. So I'm gonna grab the camera here and give you a good look. So here's some little pots that I had remembered that I had tucked away in a closet from when the kids were young and we used to do little craft projects, so I thought they were just the right size for some of these little babies that had grown on some of the leaf cuttings. And I thought this little rosette here looked pretty fabulous in one of those pots as well, so it found a new home too. But you can see, hopefully you can see, lots of little babies, and I've just removed their leaves that they are growing off of, except for here. You can see this one still has a larger leaf on it, but that plant just seemed like it wasn't quite ready for the leaf to come off. The leaf was really well attached. It's still very plump, the leaf is, and there's just a few roots, so I just thought I'd let this one still have its parent leaf there to make sure it has a really good start. And then I had a couple of plants here. Let's see if I can you see the stem there? So that was a stem cutting, the one closest to the front, the really dark. I think it's an aeonium. So that was a little tiny piece of stem that I had just stuck in the soil, and it started to develop. It has started to develop a few little babies off of it. And then I just had a couple other plants. I'm not sure. I'm not good at the names of the succulents, but so I just stuck those couple others in there, and there was a leaf that came off a plant that I just stuck in there too, let it do its thing. This leaf here is one of the ones you can tell that was hit hard from that hail last spring, and it is just full of roots. Like, I bet you there's more roots than this leaf. That's a big leaf, but no baby coming off of it. And I debated and I thought about just tossing it out. It hasn't developed a baby yet, but I thought, it's still actually quite plump. So I just decided to just stick it in this little pot. It almost looks like a little cactus in here. But I thought I'd stick it in there and just see what develops, give it a little bit longer. Here's some little baby, I think they're panda's ears. Real fuzzy little leaf there. Little brown tips, that's how they're supposed to be. I just think they're a really cute little plant, so. There's some other little ones, whole selection in there. So you can imagine having a bunch of these little tiny guys like this growing in a pot with plants this size or that size, kind of casting shadows over them. So I've taken them apart. I think I found all the aloes, so I stuck them all in their own pot. They'll grow a lot more vigorously now that they have more room. So that was part of the reason I thought if I separate these out, it gives these little babies and smaller plants just more chance to get some light. There's a bunch more in here. More over here. But it also gives the big plants room to spread out and get nice and full. See, I had a lot of these little guys here, and they're supposed to be, they usually make a nice rosette, but you can see they're a little bit misshapen, and that's because they were just growing so tight, throwing off babies and growing tight up against other bigger, stronger plants like aloe and that. So I just thought if I set them all out in their own little pots, then, you know, spread them out a little bit, they'll have room, and hopefully by the time they can go out this summer, we'll have some really nice specimens to get out there. You can see I had a few here, and there, 3 of the, I think 7 in that pot have little babies attached to them, but they're really small yet. All of those leaves have huge root systems on them, but they're just not growing much of a plant off of them yet. So I just thought I'd give them a bit more time there in the pot and see what happens with those. And then of course I always wind up, no matter how gentle I am, breaking off a few leaves. So as I was moving things around, I was just stuffing leaves back in these pots just to see if anything will get started new. But I just thought I'd give you a quick look here at what I had done to just kind of rearrange some of the succulents and move things around. And then I have a dish there of debris and leaves and things that fell off as well. So as I was doing it, I went through and took off any dead or old leaves off the bottoms of the plants. But I think they look a lot nicer. I think they'll be happier and healthier just having this little bit more room. I'll get them set up here better under the lights. But I just thought I'd give you a little look here at what I was playing with today, and, you know, remind you, spring is around the corner, and that's when the succulents, they really respond to the cycles of the seasons. So they'll want to really start putting on growth here now. They'll notice a little bit of sunshine coming through, and they'll notice they've had their rest, and they're going to be ready to get going. So I thought I'd give them the room to do that. So thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like succulents or enjoyed checking mine out today. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see what else I'm up to in the house or in the yard as the seasons change. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.